The first thing that sparked my, creative vision for this record was I had written a song about my father after he passed called Piano Man. And it was a very personal song, which took me a long time to finish because he had passed in 2012.
At this piano, you started playing. Your little fingers grew up strong.
Piano Man was something that just, of course, had to come out because I was dealing with the loss of my father. I mean, he literally died in my arms. I was really just in that place of feeling his presence still there, but his body had been taken away, but he was still here, so strong. And then questioning, like, my dad was a master of all this music. I mean, he was a great musician. He had such a repertoire. He could play any song. I was in this place of like, where did it go? And what was that all for? I just had kind of gotten into a dark place with it, missing him so much.
I'm happy for you now, you're free again. Piano Man with my...
It's about my relationship with my dad, and the whole thing is about me continuing to play his music coming through me. And I had a real deep musical and spiritual connection with my dad. A lot of things I talk about in my music is how I connect with spirit through music, nature, loving relationships with my family. I really wanted to pour that feeling and really express all the feelings I was feeling for my dad in that song.
I can hear you calling me in the ringing.
I met with a man named Heitor Piera, who's a film composer, great guitar player. I think we were working on Luciana. He started playing the end of the song, the chord changes. We just kind of started singing this melody, and he was like, here's a whole nother song for you. I said, can you put that down really quick? And he kind of, we went in the studio and put that melody down. We were just playing around. And I said, let me get on the mic. And I went in there and I just started humming the melody, recording it, and then Piano Man just came out of my mouth. I was in that feeling of missing my dad, but I wasn't trying to sit down and write a song about him. But that just came out because that's where I was at. And as a songwriter, whatever you're going through, usually it has to come out of you.
At this piano, you leaned over.
So the last chord my dad played before he died was an A minor. So starting to write the verse of that song, I started there. And my dad used to always say, just to create chords, just move your fingers simply. So I kind of approached it that way. And I wanted to keep it really delicate and tell the story about this piano. This piano that I have now was the piano that was given to my Nana by my grandfather, who was also a musician, for their wedding present. My grandfather, who played upright bass and cello, asked he didn't really ask my dad, he pretty much made him play. And my dad was raised to be a musician. The next verse goes to me sitting next to my dad while he's scoring a movie. I used to sit there and I remember the sound and the smell of his pencil on the scoring paper. So he'd sit at the piano for hours and hours working on a score, every part for every instrument. And then sometimes he would start playing those chords that he was writing and I would sing along. By then I wanted to be a singer. That was always my thing. My dad plays and I sing. Then at the end of the song, it talks about him, those last days of his life, how he was literally hunched over on the piano, still playing. He was playing that A minor chord. Of course, when he went away, his hands weren't there playing that piano anymore. And I was in the shower thinking about where I want to go with this lyric. And I went, Piano Man, with my hands, you'll keep playing. Then I thought, okay, this whole song is about telling the story of my dad through this piano that I still have, that I of course remember him by, and the whole story of how music came through my family.
Through me, Piano Man.
It says, please won't you play another song with me, or for me. But knowing that every time I play a song, my dad is there with me. And I feel him every time I play music.
You keep playing.
recorded the song on that piano. I went in late one night. The mics were all set up. I did a few takes. It's really interesting. When I listened back, I heard this big on the piano bench in the beginning of my recording that I thought, maybe that was my dad sitting next to me. And after I recorded that night, I walked down the hill from our guest house, which is up high, down to the house, and the stars were so bright. It was just a beautiful night. And I just felt like I was so close to my dad. We don't ever really die. The energy gets passed on, and we just become one with the universe. And it could be, a hummingbird coming up and I feel that that's my dad, or I could be singing an amazing band and I feel like that's my dad playing up there. The song has that message.
Piano.